I'd like to welcome everybody to Keystroke Live. We do this every week on Wednesday, same time, same place. Today we're going to be talking about the MagTek iPad and the IDTech Sign&Pay devices. The first Wednesday of every month is with Michael Gebb, which will be in a few more weeks. But let's kind of get started with the MagTek iPad and the IDTech Sign&Pay. I would both these devices are really easy to set up and use. They're virtually plug and play. You plug them in, Windows automatically installs the drivers. It's really easy to do. There are setup sheets available on our website for download that will take you through step-by-step instructions. Both of these devices use end-to-end encrypted card swipes, so that's an additional security feature that's great. They all have triple data encryption standard or triple DES or 3DES encryption, and they use what we call DUKPT or duck put key management. They are both PCI 2 compliant at this point, which for both of them expires in 2017. Neither of them are capable of near-field communication or of EMV at this time. There will probably be replacement devices in the future. Let's talk a little bit about the MagTek iPad. Unfortunately, all of ours in the office have died, but they look like this, fairly small. They are available both with or without signature capture. And as I said, they're pretty easy to set up and install. If you're processing with Mercury, you can purchase it from them, or you could go to JR's POS Depot or POS Data. They do have a newer device out there called the DynaPro. At this point, because Mercury has not certified any devices, we don't know what devices will be out there for EMV, but the DynaPro device is PCI 3.3.x, and it is capable of EMV, so we'll have to kind of see how that goes. I do have the IDTech Sign&Pay. It only works with Mercury. Well, let's go back to the MagTek for a second. It does work with both Mercury and Cayenne or Merchant Warehouse. It does require different encryption and tokenization, but it does work with both of those. The IDTech Sign&Pay only works with Mercury, and it does require an end-to-end encryption account with M-Token, which is Mercury's encryption standard. It is both a PIN pad and a signature capture, and it can be used to capture the signature for on-account payments. So even if you're not processing payments, it could be used as a standalone signature capture. And it's available from JR's POS Depot and POS Data. Let's take a look at Keystroke right now and how these are set up. In the hardware menu, under PIN pad, both of these devices do not allow you to change the port. So the port is assigned when you install the Windows driver. If I would change this to the MagTek iPad, you notice the port is still grayed out, both of these are USB devices. So there's nothing to configure with the port. With a lot of our pin pads, we do have a test pin pad option. And this is the IDTech Sign&Pay. It's a little bit bigger. Does have a little privacy shield on it. I believe the MagTek iPad has a privacy shield as well. It does allow a little more space for putting in a signature. So with testing pin pads, real easy. You click on the test pin pad button. It tells you what device that you're testing. It's a USB HID device. It resets the pin pad and it allows you to go through. It tells you, hey, look at the device. You should have a red and green LED on. That's in the upper right-hand corner here. Once you go through that, it gives you a little bit of information about the version or the model number and the settings on the device. It allows you to manually enter something on the pin pad if a card won't swipe. The customer or the clerk can manually enter a pin pad. Once that goes in, you hit the green or enter button. It'll ask for the expiration date in a month, year format with no slash. Once you enter that, you hit the green enter button, and then it allows you to manually enter a CVV2. It will require for manual entry to always enter the CVV2 number. And you click OK. Then you can also swipe the card. It says the swipe is successful. You can choose to swipe again if you want. You don't have to. And then it's going to tell you to enter a PIN. Again, just to make sure that when you do the card swipe, it's a valid PIN, and the test is complete. You can do a similar thing on signature capture. I'm going to display the signature on the screen. Again, the port is grayed out. You can test the device. It gives you some of the same information. And then you can sign the card. And I have it set up so you can see the signature on the screen. You don't have to do that during the course of normal business. It does take additional time, but it may be something that you want to make, your clerks may want to make sure that it's a good signature. With all of our pin pads, of course, on your sales payment types, you do need to set up the appropriate devices. So I'm looking at the auth method. For credit cards, you're going to use the pin pad with a card swipe only. With debit cards, you're going to use the pin pad with the encryption. It's the encryption that's, the DUKPT encryption is what's required to keep the pins safe. And as I said, it's really easy to use. You can put in a customer, not put in a customer, put it in item. You can choose your card type, swipe the card, automatically goes out, gets approved, and you're ready to go. If you want to do it just for signature capture, what I have done in Configuration Manager, let's take a look at that. In Configuration Manager, if you want to do captured signatures for, say, on account, I'm using an external auth method because you're not swiping a card with when you're just capturing a signature. So I just choose the external auth method. I say, you know, capture the signature, and okay the amount. It shows the person on the screen how much they're charging. And it does give you a warning that this is not processing a payment, which is a good thing to take note of. So let me show you how that works. You do have to enter a customer, obviously, for on account, and the customer does need to have, a credit limit. But you can choose the on account payment type, put in a reference if you want, and it's going to prompt the clerk to remind the customer, record your signature on the screen. And I believe I have not turned off that. It shows that you've captured the signature, and you can save it. Now remember, you can have print buttons to print these captured signatures on receipt. So that makes it really handy as for on account, so that your customers that are charging on account will have a captured signature and know who signed this. It's a great way to go. So let's kind of go back, little reminders, and then I'll unmute everybody so you might have any questions. Both these devices, extremely easy to set up. Virtually plug and play, they're USB. Windows automatically installs the drivers. The card swipe is encrypted, so there's not a way to, it makes it very secure with your cardholder data. Uses the triple DES encryption standard, duck-put key management, and it is PCI 2 compliant at this point. The MagTek iPad, as I said, is one that we don't have one that's working right now. It is available with or without signature capture, and you can get it from Mercury if you're processing with Mercury, or from JR's POS Depot or POS Data for either Mercury or Cayenne. That particular device may be replaced with the DynaPro. We're still waiting to see how that goes with how the EMV standards go. The IDTech Sign&Pay is only with Mercury. It is both pin pad and signature capture, and as I showed you, you can capture signatures for on-account payments. Again, available from JR's POS Depot or POS Data. Does anybody have any questions?
I have one.
Yes, Scott.
I'm doing next week an Ingenico ISC 2 is in the ease of installing with using USB. Is it somewhere as easy to install?
It's not. The Ingenico ISC 250 is not plug and play. There's a couple of drivers that you have to install with it that are available on our website, along with a setup sheet. Those also come with an application to allow you to configure the device a little bit. If you want to configure cash back on your debit cards, that sort of thing. Mike Tabor will be covering that device next week at the Keystroke Live. But it is a little more complex to set up.
Okay. I'm going to do it Tuesday. I think I'll wait till next Thursday to do it.
Okay.
Good thinking, Scott.
Yeah, you can come and have Mike tell you all about it, and you can also, set it up on your own computer and get a better idea of it. And we're happy to talk you through it as well.
Where on your website do I find the information?
It's in
the dealer section?
It's in the downloads area. The downloads area isn't used as much anymore because it only has versions 6.3 and 7.1.0, but we also have our third-party drivers for all of our devices. The Ingenico, it's got Genius stuff, the Verifone 1000 SE, the biometric devices. It's got a lot of those because more and more people don't have CDs, so we put it on the website to make it easy to access.
Okay. I may be calling you in the next few days.
No problem. Any other questions? Well, I'd like to thank you all for attending. Next week is Mike Tabor talking about the Ingenico ISC 250 and the IPP 320. The IPP is just a pin pad device. It's not a signature capture. The ISC devices are signature capture as well, and Mike Tabor will be talking about that. Hopefully you can all tune in and learn some more about that device. Now, that one is EMV capable. Again, we don't know about the certification as of yet, but Mercury's getting there. Any other questions?